Hello YouTube, this is Captain _ with a new video for my new channel presenting the newest build of Kerbal Space Program 0.19. It was just released a few days ago, or about 2 days ago. And yeah, this is the second episode. I've already presented the first one, which was especially long with about 1 hour. And I'm going to make this one a lot shorter. The last one was about dropping our new rover with the new rover parts onto the Mun or Moon or whatever. And yeah, today we're gonna see if we can do something that is not really important, that does not use any of the features from the new update, but I'm still gonna do it because I had this planned before and failed multiple times. So if you remember my moon station from which I launched the rover, I had this lander tug thing which brought down the rover, so I replaced that. I have the other one still standing on the ground where I dropped the rover. This is the new one. I've changed the engines, I've changed the layout a bit, so I hope this works. I'm not sure if these engines are powerful enough to lift something as big as this habitat module, which I wanted to place down there for my Mun Base. Pretty trivial, but you know, I didn't do it before, so I'm gonna do it now, I guess. So yeah, about this lander tug, I've changed the layout. I've got a lot less RCS fuel because I didn't need this large RCS tank that I had on there before. That just added weight, which I could have saved. I exchanged the engines from the toroidal ones so they don't burn fuel that quickly. I hope they're powerful enough to actually land with the payload, but we'll see that. If it's not possible, I don't know, I'll just end it at that point. So, first thing we're going to have to do is check if we've got anybody in there. Where's the hatch? Oh, there we go. Okay, we got Landlord from Hensby in there. Harden and Halvey are on the ground, or on the Mun, waiting for any other operations. I guess that's where I'll build the base where they are at the moment, because I've decommissioned that lander tug. It was not really great, and I suppose I just reuse it as some kind of part of my base. But first of all, I'm going to have to attach the payload to the lander tug itself. So I'm going to control this ship from here. Let's see if we actually got stuff. Guess I got a few people in there. So we got Adsky and Patfrod in there, and Samrick and Shonry in the back. Great. Okay. So we're gonna control this thing from here. We're gonna press T because this thing is rotating a bit too much in my opinion. Although now it's wobbling. We'll see how we get that done. It's gonna work somehow. Okay, so we'll undock that if everything is alright. See how much fuel we've got in this thing. Yeah, practically nothing. That's good. Okay, so we can actually undock this. But I'm gonna quick save first. Not really sure about this. Good. Now carefully thrust backwards and try to just translate over the side there. Changing the chase camera first, because that helps things a lot. Okay. Oh. That acted kind of weird. Okay. Because of the relatively low FPS I have near the station, I have to be very careful with the RCS and ASAS activated, because that starts to freak out after a few seconds, and then you'll have this enormous waste and practically no control over your RCS systems. So that's kind of annoying, and it's got to do with the frame rate apparently, or the simulation speed or whatever. And the slower the game is running, the worse it also performs these ASAS correction maneuvers and completely overdoes them. So if you just demonstrate that, I've got ASAS turned on right now. Now if I activate RCS, and thrust to the side. You can see it's starting to thrust in all directions, and it's just ridiculously wasting RCS fuel, so I have to turn that off after every thrust. So we're gonna set this thing as a target, control it from the top, and the easy part follows. Oh, turn off RCS. I have to rotate this thing a bit more. So this should work. I never really hit it accurately. Whoa, auto save there. Oh, see how much RCS that's wasting. Okay, looks like we're going straight for it. I guess. Yeah, that was kinda accurate. So turn off SAS, turn it back on, turn it off, wait for it. Oh, I've got it on. Turn it off, wait, and turn it on, and turn it off, and there we go. I figured that people say that it's best to turn off SAS when trying to dock, because it just orientates it some way and will not properly join together the docking ports. But I figured completely turning it off is not that much of a great idea, because if you are angled too much, it's going to wobble back and forth, and with no friction it's going to do that for a long time unless you counteract it somehow. I figured that just turning on ASAS when it's in the right position, then turning it back off, and sort of breaking the wobble a bit, that helps. But I guess you'll figure some stuff out like that on your own. So what we're going to do is we're going to lower those landing legs. Yeah, they should not be affected by the engines. Okay, I lowered these so when I press G, those ones will get lowered, and that's not really much of a great idea, because as you can see, this node part there is just up beyond the legs, even though I extended this a lot. So we're probably going to have to land on either these or on both, but I'm trying to land on the upper ones because it's just a lot more stable. But we'll see. So, fortunately we're on the dark side of the moon already, where we can just get our things ready. Let's just time accelerate for a sec there to stop any rotation. We'll quick save one more time, control from there. So, and if we did everything right, I refueled this thing. Should still have a bit of fuel around here. Yeah, I still have quite a bit of fuel on this station. Okay, so I guess we are actually ready to undock. So we got Lander of Hensby, Atski, and Patfrod, all shaking their heads with what does not look like glee. But I bet they're going to be happy when they survive the landing. If they survive the landing. Trust me, a few Landlords, Hensbys, Atskis, and what's his name, Patfrods from another save dimension have not survived these. What's going on? Oh, steering in the wrong direction. See, that's what happens when you're in the wrong perspective. So, this looks really awkward, this ship design. I don't know, it reminds me of a ship from Spore that was called the Bumblebee. I can guess why it was called the Bumblebee, because it's just this shape, but you know, this is so irrelevant, and yet I'm telling you. Whatever. So, we are gonna burn retrograde right there. I'm gonna land right on the day side. Drop our periaps to about 10,000 is a bit high. Actually, we want to land there. We're going to do that. We're going to do that. So we drop that to about there. Which direction is the moon rotating? I don't know. No, it's not rotating at all. I figured because it's rotating around the planet. That's what it's doing. So it should be rotating counterclockwise. Which means we're going to have to push this... No, not do that. And I'm already messing this up. I'll be back when I got the proper trajectory. See you in a sec. Okay, I'm back, and I've got a pretty neat picture here again, or whatever you want to call it. It looks kind of nice. Always making screenshots, playing... always make screenshots when I'm playing this game. So, I've already set up the trajectory. I decided to do the fine-tuning when I'm there. Oh, haha, gotta turn on the engines. Yeah, it's gonna take about 10 seconds, so we're gonna wait. Let's just hope. Are we facing in the right direction? Yeah. But I guess... No? Which way is up? Yeah, we want to have auto. Oh, and I forgot to burn. Well, shit happens. There we go. That was a more or less perfect burn. Got a periapse of 9,000 meters. That might be a bit high, but you know, I'm taking no risks. There goes the station, which for some reason is not... Oh, I didn't target it, I guess. And I can't target it for some reason. I've got the feeling that mechanic somehow messed up, or it's supposed to work like that. Whatever. So, now that we got our trajectory, we're gonna time warp all the way to this side. Thank you. Now we're gonna make sure that we actually hit stuff when we want to. Oh, 1 minute, that's not very much. We'll put that there. So we wanna aim downwards a bit, because we wanna actually hit that. And we're gonna thrust retro. And that we are thrust retro, we actually can allow ourselves a bit more of that. Oh, that's not ideal. Guess we're gonna have to do that later on. So we're only gonna adjust our inclination there. Yeah, not go too low there. Okay. Turn off, well, that's a blank surface. Yeah, we're going south, so that's where we're gonna be thrusting, right about there. Good. So as I said before, I'm not ridiculously good at landing these. Just hope I'm gonna make it some way or the other. What can possibly go wrong? Now, I'm wasting a bit of fuel, considering that I got this massive fuel tank strapped on the back of this craft. But as soon as I have a intersection planet, or as soon as I have no periapses, I'm going to drop that thing and just smack it right into the ground. Perhaps grab some of its RCS. Nah, I don't need any. Okay. So I hope this thing has got enough to land, or even break. I'm not entirely sure about that. We're going to quick save here. We never know. We're just going to time accelerate a teensy bit. This burn is not going to take very long. Perfect, that's accurate enough for all I know. Okay. We're gonna put another burn someplace here, and as I can see, the inclination could be a tiny bit further downwards. We can save us a lot of trouble later on. And we can burn retrograde there. Coming in very shallow, which is, I guess, safe, but I'm not sure about how easy that's gonna be. I don't do many moon landings after all. Oh yeah, the problem about that is we're having a very shallow descent on that thing. Whereas it's gonna work somehow, and if it isn't, let's just push that right over there. Get the feeling that we're overshooting this. Yeah, we're just gonna leave it that way, I guess. We can do the fine-tuning when we get there. Or we can't, I don't know. Because we're coming in too shallow to really determine any special stuff there, I guess. But as I said before, I have a quick save. I can still correct everything. So let's point this thing in the right direction. And lock it. And then time accelerate. To the point of the burn. So if you already know this game a lot and you can see that this trajectory is way too shallow, then yeah, it's, well, in that case I messed up, I guess, but who knows. I didn't manage this landing before. I'm probably not gonna manage it this time. My third try now. But whatever. We've got time. Or at least I have time. I don't know what's with you, but in my case, I'm gonna play this game for a while. And the longer it takes to do stuff, the more interesting it gets. So we can see the arch over there, which was an interesting landmark, and I missed. I always miss my points. So we saw this great arch. That exactly was what I want to say, which we saw previously on our first trip here with the rover, and that's always a good landmark. Well, yeah, I guess to mark the rim of that crater. So I guess we could burn a bit more retrograde, but I'm going to do that fairly late. Oh, that's going to be quite the burn. And always rather overshoot than undershoot, because that's a pain in the ass to correct. So 97 delta V. How long is that going to take? 20 seconds, so we're going to burn 10 seconds early. Always split up the burn on both sides of the node. I guess that's how it works best. So we'll see if we can extract. Oh god, that's what we want to do. Decouple this thing, by the way. Hello, Arch. Archie. I don't like this shallowness. And I especially don't like the camera angle. I wonder if you could do an orbit that goes right under that arch. That would be kind of neat. But it would probably be kind of possible just as well. Oh, come on. We're coming fairly close to that hillside there. And there we go. Cannot yet see. Oh, we overdid that a bit. Oh, but we're coming in fairly shallow. This is really freaking me out. Let's see if we can possibly break that a bit more and kind of stop our descent. Look, we're still very fast. So one thing we can memorize for the future is definitely that we should get a bit more altitude before attempting any maneuvers here. Aye, aye, aye. This is creepy. Did we overshoot it already? I don't know. Yeah, I guess we did. I have no idea where that thing is. And I'm oversteering already. But that's typical. Nothing unusual about this situation, I guess. We're probably going to have to... Oh yeah, I overshot it by miles. So, we're going to have to reload that. I'm going to just jump to a point further. Sorry about this mistake. That's kind of embarrassing. Just going to crash this right into the ground. I wish you'd see the re-entry effects. That's one thing that was added in 0.19. It looks pretty neat. I didn't see any overheating effect so far, but I guess, oh, that looked neat. Whatever. See you when I'm back. Okay, I've got myself a new trajectory and a new burn. This time I'm going to go for this kind of suicide burn thing. It's quite a harsh burn, and I'm going to have to burn about 50 seconds early just to get it properly set up. So, burn right now. Don't want to overshoot. Not like last time. So, yeah, what we're effectively doing this time is just going for a steeper ascent, because that is always better for landings, I guess. Now, yeah, what we wanted to do now was decouple our node there. Don't forget that. So we're doing well. Burning properly, I guess. And we'll have to see how this goes. A bit too fast with our burn. Have to wait about, I don't know, 5 seconds. Okay, now burn. Burn, burn, burn. Probably gonna have to turn pretty harsh at the end of this burn because it's gonna want to take us into a steeper trajectory. I'm not sure, but we'll see. We'll see if this works. Fuel's running out, but I guess having lower speeds early on is better than having them too late. So, direction you're gonna jump. Prepare to hammer the X button. Right now. And that looks good. As you can see, we'll have to hop a tiny bit. Just lock it right there. I'd hope that this will do more. Yeah, that should be enough. So, time to orient this thing against that. I guess I should have used Minmus more often for practicing, but guess I didn't. So I'll be stuck with doing it. And we're coming in too fast. We're going to crash. But we can see our target there. So, that was a good try. We're going to have to burn against that vector earlier in the next try. Hello there. Well, I messed it up again. But we got really close this time. That was a fairly good deal, I guess. Yeah, explosions mark the end of this try. See you at the next one. So I'm back with another attempt. Let's see if we can get it done this time. Okay, again, I'm going for an even steeper trajectory now, killing about 500 meters delta V of my velocity there, which is quite a bit if you think about it. Drop that tank. Yeah. So. I'm just gonna check that. Yeah, looks like we're gonna be landed kinda accurately. We might want to move this. I might want to have moved that thing a bit further to the left, but I guess it's gonna be accurate enough. I'm not gonna go for accuracy that much this time. I figured it's not really getting me anywhere. Not at this rate of successes. That sounded bad. That was not the debris. Hey, where's that going? Oh, it's crashing way over there. I already thought it was going to go somewhere else. Because I don't want to leave too much debris in orbit, especially not around the moon or the Mun. because I already have quite a bit of debris around the station, which is actually so close to the station that it could collide in some unlucky case. I guess it won't, but you never know what happens. So that burn was not accurate at all. So I guess we're gonna have to do another check. We're gonna have to plan in even more. So I'm gonna have to do a little hop there. Wonderful. And now go for killing the velocity before we die like last time. I'd like to have a look at the radar altimeter. But it's not reading anything yet. I'm gonna lower all the landing legs, just in case we need them. I'm not entirely sure where my stuff is. Guess I missed it. Whatever, we're gonna land this thing now, if it has to be on its own. Okay, we're down. Sorry for being so silent at that last bit. That was a bit creepy. So that wasn't perfect. We had a bit of rotation. We missed our target by a mile. But we still have the fuel in the other lander tug. Let's see if we can see this thing somewhere. I have no idea where it would be, even if I could see it. Can we see this somewhere? I got the feeling that the target, well, it used to show you little indicators on your map with the vessels, but obviously it's not doing that now. Nope. So, whatever. We landed this thing. Now we only have to get back the tug. I hope it has enough fuel to get this done. Guess it should have. Taking off should always be a lot easier than landing. So, everybody's in there. Everybody's in there. We got all those guys. And I guess we'll leave them to be out here. Unfortunately, we're not near any rover. Perhaps we can drive the rover in the other tug over here at some point. The tug still has a lot of fuel. I want to use it as a base from now on. This thing has no propulsion capability of its own. So it's going to be rather inefficient. Yeah, I guess we can just decouple that right now. For okay, yeah, should work. Oh, let's turn on SAS. I'm not sure about that. I'm just gonna switch into chase camera. Ah, that's cool. Which is actually possible now. Oh. Seems kind of awkward on the planet. That's really strange. Oh, I get it. Okay, so that's not really gonna help me anyway. So let's go for auto camera. So the front's over there. We're gonna view this part. Yep. Okay, so I guess we can undock and carefully try to lift ourselves up. Let's see if we can do it with RCS. Control from here. And oh. Undock. Oop. No, RCS isn't doing the trick. Ugh, don't burn that thing apart, please. And keep it standing. Thank you very much. Much obliged. So, got that landed. Okay, looks like this thing is still operational. Didn't break anything. Even though that was a bit unstable, I guess. Extend all this stuff. See if the lighting works. Yeah, that works kind of well. So, these guys got a little house on the moon. Why? That ski's missing. That's some kind of bug they'll have to fix one day or the other. But we're fine right now. Got this base thing on the ground. I'm just gonna rename it. Rename vessel. Oh, it's already named that. Surface Base Habitat Module 1, and we're gonna call it a base. Great. So if I ever manage to get my rover from the other side of the planet over here, it might even dock, because that rover is capable of docking to ports in this height. It was actually planned for this port, for this module, and but with the introduction of the new rover wheels, we won't need that, I guess. And considering that the other rover is pretty close, we should actually see them somewhere. Unless, of course, they're not loaded. Looks like they're not visible. Okay, don't want to make this too long. Guess it's already quite long. We got this done. We're going to take this thing back up to the station in the next part or some time or other. I don't know. Perhaps I'm going to leave it down here. Got 2 tugs right down. Okay, we got our station on the ground, our little base there. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope you're gonna watch the other ones, even though this channel is still very empty. This is the second video I uploaded. More are to come, as I already said before. They're going to be shorter and shorter. I'm getting better at the games over the time. There's going to be other games, like the Arma 3 Alpha, which I've already said before. But I hope you people enjoyed this video, and the other one too, and that you might even watch coming videos for the future. So, see you all in the next video. Thanks for watching.